Good day, sir. The topic that I will be representing is patterns of competition, conflict, and domination. Patterns of competition, conflict, and domination in ethnic groups and their relations refers to the ways in which different ethnic or racial groups interact within a society. These patterns define how these groups compete for resources, power, recognition, and influence. So let's start with competition. Competition can involve ethnic groups vying for economic opportunities, social status, or political representation. This competition can either be healthy, driving progress and innovation, or detrimental when it becomes cutthroat and create disparities. So competition between different ethnic groups can be like a race that can either make society better or cause problems. Conflict. Conflict arises when there are clashes of interest, values, or goals among ethnic groups. Conflict can range from minor disputes to large-scale societal tension. And they can have both positive outcomes such as improved problem solving and growth, and negative ones including violence and social division. Conflicts among ethnic groups are driven by difference in interests, values, or goals, and they can range from minor disputes to broader societal tension. These conflicts can have both positive and negative outcomes. On the positive side, they can spur problem solving and growth as they compel groups to address their differences constructively. However, conflicts can also lead to detrimental consequences, including violence and social division, when left unresolved or mismanaged. Domination. Domination pertains to one ethnic group exerting power and control over others, often leading to disparities in access to resources, opportunities, and rights. Domination can result in inequality, oppression, and the marginalization of certain ethnic groups. Domination within a society involves one ethnic group exercising power and control over others, frequently resulting in an unequal access to resources, opportunities, and rights. This dynamic can give rise to significant social problems, including widespread inequality, oppression, and the marginalization of specific ethnic groups. So, let's go with effects on the population, whether good or bad. These patterns can sometimes foster healthy competition that drives innovation, economic growth, and cultural diversity. Constructive conflict resolution can lead to improved problem solving, increased understanding, and positive social change. Additionally, some level of order and structure, often associated with the aspects of domination, can bring stability to a society. On the downside, excessive competition can lead to stress, inequality, and social division, particularly when resources are limited. Unresolved conflicts or conflict spirals can result into violence, harm social cohesion, and dispute harmony within a society. Domination, when oppressive and exploitative, can lead to deep-seated inequalities, disenfranchisement, and unrest among marginalized groups. So these patterns in how different ethnic groups interact have both good and bad effects on society. On the positive side, they can create a healthy competition that leads to new ideas, economic growth, and diverse cultures. When conflicts are resolved well, they can help us solve problems and understand each other better. Some level of order like rules in a society can bring stability. But too much competition can cause stress and inequality, especially when resources are limited. Unresolved conflicts can lead violence and disputes how people get along. When domination is unfair, it can make some groups very unequal and unhappy. So the key is finding a balance that brings out the good while reducing the bad effects, making society fair and peaceful. So these are the examples of patterns of competition, conflicts, and domination. So, cultural differences. Cultural differences in cultural values, norms, identities can lead to conflict and social division. These differences may be related to language, religion, customs, or tradition. So, cultural differences like varying beliefs, language, and customs can sometimes lead to conflict and division in society. These agreements can happen when people from different backgrounds don't understand or respect each other's ways of life. So, economic differences. Economic inequalities among ethnic groups can create patterns of domination and competition. Discrimination in employment and economic opportunities can lead to disparities in wealth and living standards. So when some ethnic groups have more money and better jobs while others don't, it can cause competition and one group dominating the others. This makes some people richer and others poorer, which isn't good for everyone. So if patterns of competition, conflict, and domination in ethnic groups and their relation are negative and detrimental, there are actions that can be taken to lessen their impact. On the other hand, if these patterns are positive and contribute to social well-being, ensuring their sustainability and long-term benefits involves the following strategies. So, promote cultural exchange. Promote cultural exchange. Increase understanding. Cultural exchange foster a deeper understanding of different ethnic groups, values, norms, and identities. This understanding can reduce misconceptions and stereotypes that often fuel competition and conflict. Cultural appreciation. Encouraging people to learn about the appreciate other cultures can lead to a more inclusive and tolerant society. It helps individuals recognize the values of diversity, thereby reducing tendencies toward domination. Conflict prevention. Conflict prevention is to have early intervention. Conflict prevention strategies identify and address potential issues before they escalate into major conflict. This proactive approach involves dialogue, mediation, and diplomacy to resolve differences peacefully. So, mediation and resolution. Conflict prevention efforts often focus on building conflict resolution skills and mechanisms with communities. This helps in managing conflicts constructively and prevents them from turning violent. And lastly, long-term commitment. Long-term commitment can help to sustain is help to sustainable solution. A long-term commitment to addressing the root causes of competition, conflict, and domination involves implementing sustainable solutions. These solutions should aim to reduce economic disparities, discrimination, and inequalities over time. Policy development. Long-term commitment also entails creating and implementing policies that promotes fairness, social justice, and equal opportunities. These policies can gradually reduce domination dynamics within the society. So that is the patterns of competition, conflict, and domination. Thank you. So bye.